welcome back to the channel. This week, Scarlett and I are super stoked. We're going to Canada, baby. Canada has been very high on our list since we originally left on our first ever van trip. We are exactly 10 minutes away from the border crossing at the very, very tippy top of Montana. We're gonna call it an early night tonight, get some rest. So it's a very exciting day tomorrow. Both of us are super stoked about it.
Sasha caught a cold a few days ago, and she lost her little voice.
First on the agenda for the Canadian trip, find a little vet for this little lady.
Oh.
Today's the day. We're beginning the Canadian leg of the trip. So we're all very excited. The ladies are fired up. Fired up? She's fired up. Got the coffee made here.
Thank you.
Go.
Cheers.
What are you most excited about for Canada?
I don't know, it just feels like a new era, kind of like we're going into something.
True. Are you nervous for the border crossing?
No.
I'm stressed right now. What place are you most excited for that we're going?
Probably Vancouver Island, because we're going to spend our anniversary there. Celebrating 4 years.
4 years being married, like
is-
9 years together.
Yeah.
I'm most excited to visit Vancouver
Yeah.
Island too. You ready to drive in Canada? On the wrong side of the road?
You don't drive on the wrong side of the road.
Just kidding.
We need some warmer clothes, y'all. Going to Canada, crossing into Canada, is actually a bit of a full circle moment for us. We've had this goal of getting to Canada ever since 2020.
2020 is when we first started a trip in a van. So our first ever trip, we had planned to do a few months in the US and then go to British Columbia shortly after that.
But we kept this goal alive of trying to get to Canada. So we tried to go the following year, a few months later. It was still really difficult to get in. At that point, we had started building vans and we kind of were locked into that. Now we're back out on the road full time. But yeah, 4 years later and we're going to Canada. That's all.
We swam in this little body of water out here behind us yesterday, and it was beautiful, except that it's pretty cold this morning, so I think we're gonna go on a run.
Good morning. I was just calling to see if you have any last minute appointments for today.
And your first name?
Scarlett.
What's your cat's name?
Her name is Sasha. Oh, that's her.
And how old is she?
She is 1.5.
So we're just gonna drive straight there, through the Canadian border. Hopefully the ladies make it across.
We could still do the cold plunge though.
Is it gonna be cold?
It actually feels so warm.
It's so warm.
That's so nice.
Oh, that's great. Oh, it's like a bath. Even though we didn't go on a run this morning, we did still do the cold plunge, which was actually more of a warm plunge because the air, I think, is colder than the water was. Let's get it. Who wants breakfast? You want breakfast? Yeah. You want breakfast? You want breakfast? You want breakfast, little sickly? Oh, poor baby. You'll remember from the last video how violent her meowing has always been. Really? Okay, we're gonna come eat over here. Here you go, ladies.
Got the passports.
Got the passports.
That's the most important part.
Got the ladies' vaccines.
Yes.
Everything shut up back there?
Oh, I hope so.
All right. Do you have anything to declare?
No.
Correct. Also, if you're saying to yourself, Seth, you look beautiful this week. We met up with my sister a couple days ago, and she actually ended up dyeing my hair kind of this like reddy brown, which I actually really like. I think it's fire. And also tinting my eyebrows. So now my brows are on fleek. Let's get this party started. Anything to declare? Nothing to declare, correct. We came down a pretty rocky road right now, and I gotta say, this is a ProMaster, so we live in a ProMaster. We've both been really impressed by how well the ProMaster has handled roads. We've done quite a bit of off-roading this trip.
We've done more off-roading in this van than we did in our 4x4 Sprinter.
These roads are not it. Like, I wouldn't have said before we started doing some of this stuff that we could do this, but we can. Wait, it actually just fell out of the air, and then I recovered it. It's flying. That was so stressful. Got a pro driver here.
Hello. How are you?
Just the two of you?
Yes.
Where do you live?
In our van. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Oh my God, we made it. That's incredible. Amazing. They made it in. All right, let's get baby Sasha to the doctor. Are you built different because you're in Canada?
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, I'm so psyched about this trip. This is actually gonna be so cool. We've arrived to the vet. It's time for this little lady to go in. Yeah, the vet is full, so they want us to drop her off, which is gonna be so sad to not have her. But we're gonna drop her off and then do some errands, I think.
Come on, picture the button. She's so good.
Look who's back!
The baby.
Baby Sash! We got some pills for her to take
And we got a diagnosis, which is what we assumed.
of asthma.
Asthma.
Also, we went food shopping while we waited. Canada slaps. That's all I gotta say.
People are so nice. Like the nicest people.
Okay, so here's what we got going on. We got these nice lettuce wraps right here, which are comprised of a tofu scramble, red onion, a little bit of garlic, cilantro, peppers, corn, and black beans over here in this little mixture. A little bit of lime juice on there as well. Topping it off with some dairy-free cheese. Dude, it looks banging. Quite foggy this morning out here in Canada, and we actually have kind of an important development today, so I'm going to talk to you guys about that in a second. But I wanted to show you our site that we stayed at last night. So it's technically a boat ramp spot. There's some other people parked out here as well. I'm not sure exactly where the boats would go in because this seems kind of steep to me. We had some nice rain last night. It was pretty calming, and honestly just ate dinner and clocked out. That's what we've been up to, basically just sleeping. Let me tell you about what's going on today. This is a real doozy. So today we are actually going back to the US. Not what we wanted to do based on the excitement of yesterday and the anticipation over the last 3 years of making it all the way up here to Canada. But van life is unpredictable, and sometimes things happen and you got to go back. So that's what's on the docket today. We're gonna go back, we're gonna do a few things for a few days, and then we're gonna come back right to here. So a little confusing, and sorry that this video is so chaotic, but you know what? That's van life, baby. You guys ready to go?
Yeah, we're ready.
All strapped up and ready to go. On the road again. Tell me, Scarlet Rose, how do you feel?
A little defeated.
This van life is just a series of unpredictable events.
It's a logistical nightmare at times.
Yes, backtracking is always tough, man. Always tough, but as I said earlier, no bad days, right?
No bad days.
The ladies are here. Baby Sasha is feeling much better, I believe.
Even if all we did was come to Canada to get meds for her, it was worth it. Because that vet was amazing, and they got us in so quick.
It's been an absolute pleasure, you know? We went grocery shopping, which was bomb. Hopefully they don't steal all our groceries at the border.
Can you grab the passports and go?
Back at the old border, there's no line on this one, so I'm scared to film this one. I feel like the US is scarier. Yeah, look how intense this is, dude. We just made it through. No search, no questions.
But they were searching other vehicles. Like, most of the people in front of us got searched.
Yeah, there was a camper right in front of us and they had them step out and get searched and everything. So I think perks of like a stealth camper van in some ways. Anyway, back on US soil. Hey, kind of an interesting video. Sorry that this was so chaotic. Probably gonna end it here.
We'll see you back in Canada.
We'll see you back next week. We'll be back in Canada. So stay tuned with us, subscribe to the channel, turn on those post notifications. We'll catch you next week for another Canadian trip.
Yeah.